Lots of worms in here. Look at all those good guys. Good morning, everyone. It has been busy, busy, busy around here. We got some of the garden planted yesterday. One of the heifers is going to the butcher tomorrow, so we need to get her out and separated. More planting to do. Busy, busy. Let's get after it. All right, and I'm gonna move the compost over closer to the garden because that would make sense. So I would love to have enough compost to totally cover these beds like several inches thick, but I don't. And as you can see, it's some work to get it screened. So this is what I'm doing. I'd love to do a totally no-till system, but I'm just not there yet. I have the tractor available, and I don't have tons and tons of compost available. So this is kind of my compromise or whatever in between. But I think as time goes on, I'll try to just keep adding compost on top every time I flip the beds, and we'll see how far we get. But if nothing else, this will be some moisture retention and act as a little bit of mulch as well as some nutrition for the plants. All right, time to plant. So I plant my onions on a 7.5 by 7.5 grid, and I'm doing that because I'm planting them in clusters. So the first thing I'm going to do is drop a line down the middle, and yes, eventually I will have one of those roller things, but I don't have one yet. So here's my trick for getting your lines nice and tight. You're first going to do just a little loop here, then come back. Let's cut this. I go around twice, then through my loop, and then I can really cinch that down and make sure it's nice and tight. And then just tie her off. Good to go. Set those there and there. These are Calibra onions. All right, and I'm gonna cover my carrot seed with vermiculite. So the vermiculite helps retain moisture, which is critical for carrots to germinate. It also needs to be a very light covering, but enough to hold that moisture in. All right, so I got the cabbage covered, the onions and carrots planted, and the celery planted. So back at it tomorrow. All right, so this is something I'm super excited about. So this is a variety of potato called Humboldt Red, and my boyfriend's uncle gave me some seed potatoes, and I'm so excited to grow these. So they're a local variety, and you can't buy them anywhere. And so I'm super excited to have these, and I will be saving seed from these henceforth for the rest of time. So planting my potatoes is gonna be super hard. I'm literally just gonna set them on the ground and then cover them with compost. Yeah, about 12 inches apart. All right, that's good. So then after these guys sprout up, I'll continue adding dirt or compost and just keep piling it on them and kind of hill them up, and then potatoes will continue making potatoes, tubers all up through that. So very excited about these particular potatoes. The rest of the potato seed that I have are Yukon Gold that I saved from last year. So that's what the rest of the potatoes will be. Look how beautiful that is. Oh my goodness. All right, so it has now been a little over a month since I videoed prepping and planting the garden. So I thought I would show you guys how everything is coming along. I'm sitting in the potatoes right now and show you where everything's at. I've already been harvesting lettuce, turnips, green onions, and that's about it. But everything's doing really, really good, so come look. So these are the Humboldt Red potatoes that I was so excited about, and they're doing so good. Sorry about the noise. Grant is splitting firewood over there with his firewood splitter that is attached to the tractor, which is pretty cool. But anyway, and then these next 3 rows of potatoes are all Yukon Gold, and all grown from seed potatoes that I grew last year and saved. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Down here, these are some transplanted beet and dill, and then there's some direct seeded beets coming up on this side that I really need to thin. This is still an empty bed, but I have some starts inside, some baby bok choy and lettuce and things like that that I'm going to plant there. So moving on down, here's the peas and we actually just harvested the first pea yesterday. On this side of the road is some cilantro that I am letting go to seed because I'm low on cilantro seed. I also have more cilantro in the prop house that is almost ready to transplant. Moving on down, this is a lettuce called tendita that I've been harvesting for my lettuce mix. This is a lettuce called Sparks. I've also been harvesting that. And on the trellis is my poor little cucumbers. So it has been so cold and so wet that the cucumbers are really just not doing that great yet, but it's starting to warm up, so I'm hoping they take off. And then when the peas are done, I'm gonna plant cucumbers along there too. So I'm really hoping for a late Indian summer so we get some of our warm weather crops. Then we have a whole bed of carrots here. There's, I think, 4 different varieties. So on, let's see, on the right, that one is glow sticks. Then these are deep purple. These 2 are bolero. And then this row is our favorite. This is dragon. And I had kind of spotty germination through here, but that's okay. Then these on the 2 outer rows is shallots, and on the inner row is a row of onions, and on either side is carrots, and these are Atlas carrots. It's a little like a Parisian market carrot. Here I have some flowers growing for my garlic braids, and I'm not sure they're gonna be done in time, but this is straw flower, yarrow, and status, and the status is blooming. I'll show you guys. So as you can see, the status is blooming. Here's another row of just onions. And then this is my gorgeous, gorgeous celery. It is doing so well. I am super, super happy with it. So these are 2 separate flats of starts. They're both started on the same day, but this flat I kept inside under lights in the house, and these I just had outside in the prop house greenhouse. And as you can see, there's really no difference in them now. These starts were a lot bigger at first, and then these were way behind, but they totally caught up once I transplanted them. So I don't think I'm gonna bother starting celery in the house anymore. But just look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. These are onions and carrots planted together, and you can see that they're starting to bulb up nicely. This is a green cabbage called storage number 4, and it was originally covered, but then Peach Pie the dog had other plans. She got in here and tore my row cover, and I just never replaced it. So they have been uncovered, and it's fun to see the difference between these uncovered, and I'll show you guys the red cabbage that did stay covered, and there's a huge difference between the 2. But then there's also Hawkeye turnips growing down the middle. This is onions with lettuce planted in the middle, and I've been harvesting tons of this lettuce. It's called Little Gem, and it's a fantastic little romaine type lettuce. Delicious. Let's uncover this cabbage here. So as you can see, the difference between the covered cabbage and the uncovered cabbage is pretty dramatic. Look how beautiful that is. Oh my goodness. That's just gorgeous. So while I have these uncovered, I'm gonna go ahead and hit them with some fish emulsion. But you can see they're starting to head up in there. So everything has grown so much in just a month, and I absolutely love this time of year. And it's awesome to see how much everything has grown in just a month, like a month and 1 week. So super cool. It is time to pull garlic, so that'll be one of my upcoming videos, is the Great Garlic Project. And yeah, like this video if you like this video, and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more homestead stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.